Well, after tonight's wins by Hillary Clinton, the campaign for Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders says it plans to continue. And we are joined now by Amer Zahr. He is a Sanders campaign surrogate and also an adjunct professor of law at the University of Detroit Mercy, and he joins us now via Skype. Thank you so much, Amer Zahr.
Hey, good evening, Heather and Eric. It's Amer.
Amer. Okay, thank you very much. I just pronounced it wrong twice. All right,
okay.
Got it now. So tell us, what can we expect from the Sanders campaign moving forward? He says he's in it to win it, and he's not quitting.
Well, I mean, and that's the way it should be. I mean, look, Bernie has millions of followers. He's raised more money now than any candidate in the election, and his campaign is about a movement. It's about changing the discourse. It's about changing the establishment and old way of doing things. And so we're moving all the way to the convention, hopefully, and that's what Bernie has promised to do. Look, Bernie has said that he thinks that every American should have his or her voice heard in this primary season. And the only way to do that is go through the whole primary schedule. And he still has a chance to get more pledged delegates, and we still think that he will get more than her by June 14th.
A chance to get more pledged delegates, but does he have a chance to win the nation? I think that is the question moving forward for so many people.
Of course he does. I mean, look, there are still over 1,000 pledged delegates to be determined. That's about 25% of all the pledged delegates that are determined in this primary. You still have California, New Jersey, Oregon, all states in which he's going to do very well. And these are open primaries that are coming up. New Jersey and California especially are open primaries, big open primaries. So we don't have any doubt that he's going to pick up a lot of delegates. He's going to do very well. He could still overtake her in pledged delegates before the convention.
But what about the superdelegates? Does he need those superdelegates to switch over and change their support from Hillary Clinton to him in order to succeed?
Well, you know, it looks like that neither he nor Secretary Clinton will get to the convention with a majority of delegates in just the pledged delegates. So the superdelegates, even though the superdelegates it's not a great system, it's an incumbency protection system, unfortunately, as we've seen, it skews the numbers. But of course, we're going to have to flip superdelegates. That's part of the process, and we think that we have the best argument to do so, especially if he goes to the convention with more pledged delegates. But we also see that he's performing better than her against all the Republican opponents in the polls, especially Donald Trump. He takes more voters from the middle, and he brings a whole new generation and crop of voters in to the process that haven't been there before. So we all believe that he would perform way better in a general election than she would.
So is it about the additional delegates that the Sanders campaign thinks that he can acquire and then possibly win the nomination? Or is it more about being a part of the Democratic platform and making sure that some of these issues that are important to him and his followers are made a part of that platform?
Well, you know, Bernie Sanders is not running just to change the Democratic platform. He's running to get the nomination, and we still think that he can. In the case that Secretary Clinton gets the nomination, there's this idea going around that all of us who are Bernie Sanders supporters should somehow just fall in line and support her simply because she's the Democratic nominee. To think that way would be to really misunderstand this movement and what we're all about. Bernie Sanders has brought in a whole new crop of voters, a whole new generation of voters. And if Secretary Clinton wants their support, she's going to have to do more than just say that she wants their support. They're going to have to really change the platform in significant ways. She's going to have to talk in ways that really reach out to us, I think, much more genuinely than she's done so far.
Donald Trump tried to do that tonight. What are the chances some of Sanders supporters will switch over to him?
Well, I think one of the main differences here, and one of the things that Bernie Sanders has been even more progressive on than Hillary Clinton, are fighting against Islamophobia, xenophobia, military intervention in the Middle East, those kind of things. Donald Trump doesn't represent any of the kinds of things that Bernie Sanders does when it comes to that. But what we have seen from polls is that if Bernie Sanders runs against Trump in the general election, he actually pulls votes from Donald Trump from the middle, whereas Hillary doesn't do very well among independents. And so Bernie's just a better candidate overall.
Well, he did win Rhode Island today. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
So